What's going on, Macenites? Welcome back to Conan Exiles on the Conan Devolved server. Alright, so last time we built a little bit of an expansion to our base. Had this little room here, added that, added some crafting stations, ran into Shakira, and yeah, so we really didn't do anything else from that. I didn't get to figure out where my new base was going to be, or mine and Joss's base was going to be. And I kind of had an idea or two. Actually, I need that. Yep, there we go. I need to figure that out because it's really important, and there's not a ton of people, like I've mentioned before, that are actually on the server, even though it is a PvP server. But at the same time, I know that they're going to be coming back as soon as the new portions of the map opens up, the biome, the mounts, all that good fun stuff is coming, and it's coming soon. So that being said, I need to figure out a new base location. Like I mentioned in the last episode, we previously were over here up against this far northern barrier, and Joss and I were talking about it. I don't think that we're going to build over there this time. I think we're going to do something kind of in between, honestly. So what we did last time, we got our iron over in this general direction, right over here, right along here. And I didn't really see Shay's base is, I believe, somewhere right in here. I think so. So that's out. But honestly, I want to be a little bit further north than even her base. So there's a possibility of being over here. Possibly. Maybe over here. I don't know. We'll have to go check this out. I need to do an iron run anyways. But if I can bring enough materials to go ahead and place down a foundation or something and kind of claim the area, then I will do that. And that way, when Joss comes on, she'll have a place to be able to go move to. And I can start moving some of my materials and things like that. And it won't be so tedious for me to get iron and come all the way back here. So that's what we're going to be doing. It looks like it's going to be dark real soon. So I will wait until it's daylight, and then we will head that direction and see what we can find. Alright, so we went ahead and made it over to this little pool area that we've gone to in the past. It's kind of our landmark, and I ran into somebody back at home right before I was about to leave. During the middle of the night, Joss appeared. So Joss decided to go with me so we could figure out a good base place. So, Joss, let's, I guess we need to just head up this valley up into the desert, and then pretty much just cross the desert. I mean, there's going to be like a little bit of a mountain range or a hill on one side and the other, and then we just keep going straight towards the river, and those are those two plateaus that we were kind of talking about. We just needed to check out again. So I guess let's go ahead and go do that before these hyenas come after you. Now, I'll try and protect you, but I've only got a certain...
My low-level little butt, yeah.
Yeah, you're like level 9 and I'm 22, 23, something like that. Yeah. So, it'll be good XP for you if you get like the final hits and stuff. But
nice. That one only took 2 or 3.
Yeah, that was 3. I don't know. We're going to have to be careful though, cuz if you look up, you'll see Shay and her base up top.
And archers.
Yeah. Now she has got
cool
an
spot,
elevator.
though.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. She's got an elevator that goes all the way up to the top up there. Now,
nice. Yeah, I see that.
I know in the patch notes, and I was telling you this the other day, but it said something about how they limited the range that the elevators would go up to and the distance they could cross. So when they very first came out, you could pretty much do any distance. I mean, it was insane. So I don't really know what that actual limit is, but we'll have to test it out. That's something that Joss and I have actually talked about when it comes to building our new base and the defenses and how we're going to do that now that climbing has been implemented and stuff like that. It kind of adds a little bit of a tricky feeling to how we're going to build and how you're going to protect the base and all sorts of stuff like that. So we'll see. But yeah. Okay, so our thought process was this. We could go ahead and get a little bit of iron first, and then we can make our way over to the other little base area. And then we can build up some walls and stuff. And since nobody's really on, I'm not super concerned with a bunch of iron being stolen. And that way we don't have to go all the way back to the base just to get some iron, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get some iron, and then we'll load up on that, and then we'll start heading that direction that I was talking about earlier on the map, which I'll just go ahead and show you again, right in here, and then we will be back. Okay, so Joss and I made it up to where we were thinking about building, and honestly, yeah, it's way too big. I mean, here's the small one right over here on the map. It doesn't, I mean, you can kind of vaguely tell what's going on with height and dimensions and stuff, but honestly, you really can't. It's not that detailed of a map, so this whole section right here is very, very, very low to normal surface level. It's not much of a mountain at all. This other plateau is absolutely massive. So what we were thinking about doing is exploring across the river right over in here and seeing if we can find a good base location. So it's not extremely far from where we built last time, but it's also in a completely new area, which is going to be really good. So this is also the giant hole in the ground in the desert right over there where the undead dragon is. So that'll be interesting. Maybe we can do a boss fight or something. I don't really know. But anyways, let's go ahead and head this direction, Joss. And then we've been able to gather like 800 iron or something like that. So we'll be able to have a pretty good little iron collection area place thing. I don't know what I was trying to say there. We're gonna have a lot of iron available to us. So
just use all the words, and one of them will be right.
Exactly. All right, let's kill this stupid little iron like this. I hate these guys. They're extremely annoying, and I don't understand why there are so many of them in this game. Oh, they're spiders. Okay, if we can avoid the spiders at all costs, that would be good.
Do you see over there the direction I'm looking? Past the tree. There's
kind of like
there's a little mountain that looks flattish on the top, but I can't tell if there's a village up there.
I don't know if it's a village, but it's got the in-game structures. Like they're like miniature tower things. They kind of honestly look like scorpion
they're attached
talons.
to that?
Yeah.
I thought they were behind it.
No, it looks like they're all on top of that.
Okay.
Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, we're gonna come over
over
here.
and saw that. Sorry,
I think
distracted.
No, you're good. You're good. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's
Wow.
right there. Okay.
Okay, so that's really cool.
Oh my, that scared me. Is that what you were? Oh my
Same.
goshing.
Yes, exactly. So I don't remember this campfire being here, and this is definitely something they added to the game. Oh, this is the emote, right? Yeah, you learn emotes here.
Oh
It's
gosh, this is your favorite emote.
Squirming, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Harlot's Journal number 7. The description is, the encampment has been overrun by raiders and miscreants. I have yet again been forced out of my home. I made my way here where I knew they would not follow, and now I understand why. I hear the breath of the beast, even above the thundering sound of my own heartbeat. I will stay here no longer than I need to in order to make certain I have not been followed. Thankfully, I managed to steal enough bread and water to sustain me for a short period. Yesterday night, I saw lights in the south. I will travel there. Perhaps the light from the fires will keep the hyenas at bay, which, as we well know, that is not a thing. They're not kept at bay at all. Oh, there's the undead dragon. Oh, that's a rough customer. So there's actually another entrance that you can get to the undead caves. You can jump down this way, or you can go down through the river. I guess it's the East River. You can go that way. So that's really cool. Like I was saying, that little informative piece that popped up, that is new to the game. It's part of one of the latest updates. You have different locations, and you gain XP from discovering different portions of the map. Whereas before, that wasn't even a thing.
You might have to change your shorts when it pops up on the screen.
Exactly. It is a little bit obtrusive. So.
Scared.
Oh man. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I like that feature. I think that it's looking pretty neat. Okay, so here's the river.
Woo.
Let's see here. There's all of this. There's a base over here. There's a flat area up there directly in front of me. But there's also a base camp right next to it. I feel like this area is going to be very full of base camps.
Where's the base camp?
Okay, so there's one directly in front of me, in that general direction. And then over here you can see a windy path. Yeah, there's a windy path that goes up the mountain.
Yeah.
Next to that tower, you'll see a little bit of like a tent.
Yeah,
roof.
I see that now.
Yeah. So that's, and then there's one directly in front of us, real close.
See that mountain that's has a little flat area right in front of me?
Directly in front of us, where those rocks look like somebody came and stacked them, but with
it kind of looks like built-in stairs, and then above that, it's real flat right there.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad place.
Too shabby.
Yeah, we could definitely do that.
If we can get up to it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
What's on the other side of that, though?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, we're that close to the border. I can see the border markers.
Yeah. Yep. We're really not that far from the other place. The map is big, but it's not that big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It looks massive. It's just not nearly as bad as that. So, what we need to do is cross the river, which our best bet is probably to go down this direction. Yeah, we'll need to go this direction. There's a little bit of a land bridge. I think we can make it down and then around. And yeah. I don't know. We're going to check that out, and then we will be back as soon as we get over in that direction. Alright guys, so I searched high and low. Joss ended up having to leave. We went over here. We went over here. That was way too low. That was way too high and way too big for us. And then we even went over across the river like we were talking about. Now, this is something that I ran into. We are not supposed to be building right next to thrall camps and destroying thrall camps in their spawn locations. So, this area is riddled with thrall camps. And pretty much everywhere that's flat and that we would want to build that would be able to have substantial enough of a base, just couldn't do it. It was right on top of a thrall camp. So then we went over here. Just died a couple times. And we decided that it would be better since I'm higher level just for me to scope it out. And we landed over here. Now, this is our little bit of a base. I just kind of threw it up so I would have some protection and barrier from the elements and stuff like that, because I wasn't really sure how safe of an area this actually is. I mean, we're right next to a thrall camp, but I don't think that we're going to be messing with that at all. Now, honestly, this base is just simply going to be a temporary placeholder until the new map opens up, and then we can go and explore over there. Joss and I are really excited about that, but we just needed something closer to resources. So there's a ton of iron over here. There's a ton of coal. We're somewhat close to the river. You can see it down over there, and there's plenty of antelope and stuff like that. So we can get meat, we can get fiber, we can get stone, all of the resources that we need. There's even rock donkeys somewhere around in here and right across the river in this area, so that's really not that far. We can get brimstone from them, and then a little bit further to the east there are spiders, so we can get ichor. And so I think we're pretty much set on where we need to be. Now what I want to do is I want to expand this a little bit further, because, and I will show you guys the middle of this in a second, but because we've got what we have and where we're placed, we've got an opportunity to have a pretty good little crafting area set up. So what that means is we've got, whoa, okay. We've got this little area over here. We've got a bedroll down just in case. We've got a campfire. I'm going to be rearranging some of this stuff, but we've got this right here. We've got a forge. I'm going to be placing 2 or 3 of them up here and just getting iron and brick just going, pumping iron and brick. That is the most important piece that I could think of right now. That's going to get rid of both of those, which is fine, because what I want to do is have 2 balcony areas. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this walled off with regular walls, and then we're going to have a balcony area up here that's closed off, and probably some double doors and things like that, in order for us to have more of a crafting space. So, not too big of a deal. It's a pretty safe area. Not too worried about that at all. And honestly, we can end up going up to the top. Now, the top is not very, it's not very flat, so I'm going to see if I can get up here without falling. I should be able to. Yeah, okay, I'll make it. Oh, come on. Come on, buddy. Okay. So, this is the top. Not very flat. We can stick foundations down here, but honestly, that's going to give away our location. And I don't really want to do that unless we absolutely have to. We've got really good tree cover, so we don't have to worry about people just instantaneously seeing us. That's a really good thing. Like I was saying earlier, there's not too many people on the server as of yet. They're just kind of waiting, kind of like we are. But I wanted to get a little bit of a head start and be able to actually do some stuff when the new map opens up. So let's go ahead and place a couple of these. I'm going to keep working on this, and then I will be back to show you guys what... Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that at all. I will be back as soon as I get a little bit more of this done, and we will end up calling that the end of the episode, guys. Alright, I'll be right back. Well, guys, I've been pretty productive. I'm pretty encumbered as well, but I've been really, really busy, so I've definitely done quite a few things to upgrade the base. I still need to figure out this little section right in here where the cursor is. I gotta figure something out with that to make that tie in. I'll probably end up putting a wall there. That's not that big of a deal. I'll probably end up getting rid of this tree. It just looks really cool. Now, my idea was definitely to build a wall, kind of a square wall around this. We'll put some defenses and some thralls there. Nothing too fancy, but just for now, since nobody's really playing, I don't really feel like I'm in that much of a danger. I did do a little bit of preparation. That way, if somebody's coming up here from the oasis, then they're not going to have the materials or the resources in order to damage our building. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do, as soon as I get all the way back in here, go ahead and close these doors. I put a bed in here. Let me just show you this room. I finished this room off. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing in here. This might be a storage room. Not that big of a deal. I didn't move the campfire yet. That's not too much of a concern at the moment. I went ahead and put another of the furnaces. Now let's go ahead and place some of these items. Okay. So we've got the armorer's bench. We could definitely put this like up against the wall over here. Let's do it like that. And then we'll put the tanner next to it. I feel like that will finish off this wall. Perfect. Okay, now we need to put the carpenter's bench and then the blacksmith bench. Now, I don't have the necessary resources as of right now in order to make bricks so I can do the blacksmith table. But that should be cooking up, and it's not that big of a deal at the moment. Let's go ahead and place this carpenter's bench. Oh man, this is, I guess, kind of getting a little bit of tight quarters. Not too bad, but still a little bit more than my liking. I thought I was going to have a little bit more room than what I have. That might be difficult to get into over there. If we put it right here, should be able to get around this no problem. Let's go ahead and put some of this wood over here so I can move and make some shaped wood. That's not going to be bad at all. I've got room for at least one more furnace, and I can put probably a blacksmith bench, maybe even two over here. I need to get some more hide in order to make some more leather. We've got quite a bit of that back at the original base, so that's not too much of a concern. I've already upgraded my armor. But yeah, so I've got the idea of, I have this little balcony out here. I can put some thralls up here. They can shoot from the different directions. That's going to be pretty nice. Nice little defense. Sometimes this climbing thing, man. Okay, so if I just stop moving, then that helps. Alright, cool. But we've got this little section up here. We could do a shrine, but like I was saying earlier, I'm not really sure if I want to do that at this location. I might actually put it down here in like a little courtyard that I'm going to build. We could do that. We could have a Wheel of Pain, and that way we'll have some thralls and stuff that we can take with us when the new biome opens up. So that'll be fun. Now, something that I think is the case, now I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that when the new biome opens up, there's going to be different building materials that you need in order to make the walls and such that will withstand the harsh biome out there. So I feel like, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and craft up as much as I can. I'm going to upgrade this place as much as I can, just as a defensive location, at least tier 2. And we'll put some defensive stuff up so to prevent people from climbing all the way up. I don't think that anybody can climb from the other side of this hill. Well, I guess we should just check it out just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure that nobody, yeah, that's a pretty sheer, this is a good place to actually build, because it would take a lot for somebody to get all the way up here from this direction of course, and then even over here I feel like people would have a hard time building. Now I could put a little bit of a wall up or something with some spikes, some tier 2 spike fence foundations. I think that will hinder people from being able to climb, so then that'll force them to come into the courtyard. Now as soon as we have thralls, which we can get from right over here, there's a camp over here, there's a lot of different camps over here, and I'm pretty sure they're at least tier 2, maybe even tier 3 thralls, so that's not that big of a deal. I think that we are in a pretty good location. I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out, and I think that we're going to be pretty prepared for the new biome. That being said, we're going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. Hit the like button, and if you're new, make sure and hit the subscribe button. And as always, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. See you next time. Bye-bye.